And the U.S. Treasury has put its final order in to make pennies. It's begun officially phasing out the coin. But if you need to save a few cents, don't go to the butcher. Beef prices are setting records just in time for grilling season. Jason Allen reports on what's at stake.
The dinner shopping list for Darlo Torkelson and his wife was short.
How about that second one?
One sirloin steak, one potato, and at today's prices, just one.
Is there a limit? Is there an upper limit for you of what you're willing to pay?
Well, I'm sure there probably is, but you haven't found it yet. I haven't found it, but I'd like to see it back down.
The cost of a pound of ground beef is closing in on $6, a record high, up nearly 50% from 5 years ago.
We are very, very conscious of how high the prices are in the meat case.
Stephen Kirkland has been trying to absorb some of the price increases at his 2 stores near Fort Worth, Texas. But a year ago, he could buy cattle for about $1,500 each.
Those 800-pound steers this week costing almost $2,400 a piece. Just
for one steer.
$2,400 for one steer.
Raising those steers also comes at a higher cost now, with prices up for feed, land, and financing. That's contributed to U.S. cattle herds falling to their lowest numbers in more than 70 years.
We've had a lot of drought the past couple of years, and so it's been harder and harder to keep enough grass to feed the cows.
Kim Radiker Bays raises Herefords and Longhorns at Twin Canyons Ranch south of Fort Worth. She has to weigh the cost to keep the herd fed and healthy against the price they'll command at market right now.
So the big thing, especially with these current prices, is if any of these are open, they're going to sale.
What do you mean open?
If they're not pregnant.
If they're not pregnant, they're going.
They're going. Because it just costs too much to feed them if you don't get a calf every year.
With supplies tightening,
and a cookie.
The USDA forecasts beef prices to rise throughout 2025. When will beef cost too much for buyers?
That's a great question, and I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But as cattle prices increase, we're left with no other choice. If we want to stay profitable, if we want to stay in business at all, you've got to go up on your price.
Ranchers told us some of their counterparts are really seeing a windfall right now when they take their cattle to market, which is welcome, they said, because many of them have spent their entire lives just trying to keep their family farms from folding.
Jason Allen, thank you.